Now recognize the Vice Chairman of the Subcommittee, Mr. Guthrie, 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Madam Secretary, for coming, and I really look forward to working on 21st century cures and all the things that we can work on over the next years as Vice Chair. But first, I'd like to direct your attention to the cost share reduction program contained in the ACA, specifically sections 1402 and 1412. Does any part of this budget request, or does any part of this budget that we're talking about today request any new authority, including any transfer authority to pay insurers under the cost share reduction program?
With regard to the program, which is a program, as you know, is about making sure that the cost of health care to those individuals that are coming into the marketplace is something that they can afford. That's what it's about. And we believe that we do have the authorities to do the cost sharing. Is there
any new authority requested in this budget?
No new language.
There's no new language. And so we do know it's up and running. I think we spent $3 billion already on the cost share reduction program. They've been paid to insurers of taxpayer funds. The budget that's been submitted estimates $11.2 billion over 2015-2016, and CBO says $175 billion over the next 10 years is what they've estimated. And could you cite where the appropriations authority is? I said you do believe you have the authority. Can you cite where that is?
We do believe we do, and I'm sure you know that right now this is an issue that is under litigation and a court case that has been brought. And so with regard to that, that is an issue that I will let our colleagues at the Justice Department speak to because of the place it is in litigation.
But I understand that, but we're doing oversight here. I'm not an attorney. So you had, when you were at OMB in 2014, there actually was a request in the 2014 budget for direct appropriation, and that didn't happen for whatever reason, but we're spending money. So whether we spend a penny or this is a $175 billion over 10-year program. I mean, we feel like this is an oversight hearing, and so we feel like it's our responsibility to make sure to our taxpayers that we have legitimate, good answers on where this is coming from. So we're just asking for where the appropriation comes from.
I understand and appreciate the question, and I'm sorry that it is in litigation. I wish we weren't in a place where we are in litigation, but once something has entered into that place, it does create a difficult circumstance. I respect the issue of oversight, but because the litigation that has been brought by the House on this issue, we're in a place where I think that is the appropriate place for this conversation.
I'm just not aware of any pending litigation exception in oversight hearing questions. And is there like a legal case or authority, or did the Justice Department tell you don't have to testify?
With regard to issues that are being litigated, generally those are matters that we refer and let the Justice Department continue on.
And I'm sure you're aware that we've never been able to get an answer from the administration for where the language, nobody's ever been able to point to us where that appropriation language comes from. And you previously had requested appropriation. Let me ask you another question. Recently, you received, I think, 18 employer groups sent you a letter urging that small groups be maintained at 50 employees, and they were citing an actuarial analysis that showed when they go to 50 to 51, they use it. The actuarial analysis said that it would estimated that 2/3 of the members, so they would receive an increase and of 18%. And I just don't believe that these small employers, 51 to 100 employees, can accept an 18% increase in their premiums. Also, the promise that if you like the plan, you can keep it, because if the 51 to 100 have to go into the new plan, they'll have to meet the requirements of the health care law, that essential benefits and the other things that have caused other people to lose the plans that they liked if they could keep. And due to this impact, would you support allowing states to keep their market at 50 or below, not go to the 51 to 100?
This is an issue that we are looking at and examining because we have had a number of comments on it. And what I would say is I'd welcome the opportunity to see the piece of work that you're talking about and referring to, so that we can see and understand that. I think what we want to do is understand the facts around this type of thing. So I'd welcome the opportunity to see this study and piece of work that you're articulating.
Okay, my understanding has been submitted a letter from these 18 employers, but we'll make sure that is moved forward. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.